Hey, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about something that I tell the story to my people, to my guys all the time. And I know some of them are probably watching, so they're rolling their eyes because I tell stories. My dad told stories. I kind of get it from him, but our meetings often go long because of it. But this is a story I actually told to a customer, and she was like, "Yeah, I wish more people knew this because it would have saved her a lot of issues." Which is when I was young in my career, and this is like 20 years ago, I I was educated. I knew all the technical stuff. I knew what we were supposed to do, but I had a customer ask, "Hey, can you install some gas logs?" And it was right about now, and that's why I told the story, time of year. And I said, "Well, I really need to inspect it first." And they said, "Someone's already inspected it. Just install them." And I said, "Okay, cool." And I installed some gas logs. Well, she called. Um, Probably my memory's never good, but she probably called. It was slightly before Christmas and said, "Hey, our carbon monoxide detectors are going off. My eyes are burning. You did something wrong." And I got up, not being 100% confident because I'd only done this for 3, 4 years. I had all the certifications. I had everything I was supposed to do. I checked for leaks, all the stuff I was supposed to do. Went back out, and I remember this was like 6, 7 o'clock at night. And sure enough, it wasn't drafting correctly. But I checked my connections. I looked at the gas logs. I installed them perfectly. And then eventually I jumped up on the roof in the middle of the night and went over there. And someone had actually capped off the top of the chimney. And I installed the gas logs. I mean, she told me someone else inspected it. I didn't ask who, I didn't ask why, I didn't ask for pictures. I just took her at her word. This was installed, this was good. It was a home inspector who installed it or who inspected the fireplace, but that home inspector never went on the roof. And she said, "I don't understand. The home inspector said he inspected this fireplace." And the reality is the inspections we do and the inspections home inspectors do. And I'll even tell you a more recent story. We had a very similar thing happen like 15, 16 years ago where a homeowner said, "Oh, another chimney company uh, inspected it." And we, once again, she even showed us, "Look, this is the inspection. I do not want to pay for another inspection. I'm not going to do it. Just install." In this case, she bought her own gas logs and we installed them. And very similar thing happened. It did not draft correctly. She had carbon monoxide. She was having headaches, bad stuff. And in this case, went to the top, was not. It was totally open. Put a camera inside, and there were cracks and holes on the inside. They had either had a chimney fire or a lightning strike, or some water leaks, something happened that made the inside of the chimney have holes in it, so that it was not drafting correctly at all, and she was getting poisoned with carbon monoxide. So I tell this story because right now our policy has been for a while, we do not install gas logs unless we do our own full inspection because we do not want our logs to hurt anybody. So, and when you say it with the story with that, customers generally go, "Oh yeah." But they say, "Well, I've already had it inspected." But other chimney companies don't. Technically, I'll go code speak for a little while, and I don't normally go here, but a level 2 inspection is what is required before you change fuel types. If you've had a real estate transaction, if it's had a sudden occurrence event, a hurricane, a lightning strike, a chimney fire. But most chimney companies, especially in our market, because the amount of chimney companies in Houston has gone up like 300, 400% in the last 3 or 4 years. We have carpet cleaning companies, HVAC companies, duct cleaning companies, pest control companies, all doing chimney inspections. Often they don't have proper equipment, they don't have proper education. And if you say, "I need a level 2 inspection," they're going to go, "Oh, sure." And they have no clue what they're talking about. Not that there can't be somebody good who does it, but for us to take care of our customers, this is not for us to make money. It's to take care of our customers. We need to make sure that what we install does not hurt our customers. And I've had that happen to me personally. Therefore, we are going to inspect it. And for us, this is a personal decision. We credit the inspection fee back to the gas logs, so you won't pay for it if the logs are. We've even had some where we've installed gas logs, and this is a long time ago too. Oh no, this is the same exact story. Well, the logs were installed, and then they didn't work correctly, and then we found out they needed a ton of repairs to make the logs work correctly. And now they've already paid for logs, had them installed, and use them, so you can't take them back. And they need 10x that cost of logs to make these things work correctly. Wouldn't you like to know that before we install them? Yeah. So that is the reason that we insist that we do the inspection before we install the logs. So we make sure that it works well for you, make sure it doesn't hurt you, make sure we're doing the right thing. So there's occasions where we will say, hey, we recommend this, but you want to do this, that's fine. In this case, I'm not going to install any more gas logs that could potentially hurt somebody. So anytime you get gas logs as a homeowner, and you try to install them yourself, can you truly inspect the whole chimney system? Just looking down doesn't count. You need camera systems. You need really a full inspection. That's what we call full inspection. It's kind of a level 2. You need that in order to make sure that these logs work correctly and it doesn't hurt anybody. So, and this is not coming from a code I'm standing on high. It's coming from my experience in 20 years is gas logs can hurt people if they're not, even if you install them correctly, if the venting system does not vent correctly, problems can happen. So please, please, please always have an inspection. If you need an inspection, call us. We can't do this virtually. I'm always saying, hey, schedule a virtual assessment. I cannot inspect a fireplace virtually. It cannot happen. I can't take a camera and put it up inside. We are not that advanced yet. When someone invents a little tiny bee drone or something that we can fly out, fly down the chimney, and maybe, but right now it doesn't exist. So be extraordinarily careful when you install gas logs. Make sure the venting system is working correctly. For us, we have to do our own inspection to double check that this is not going to hurt anybody and customers will be happy. So that's it for today. Please like it, share it. If you know anybody that wants gas logs, that needs gas logs, or just share this. Make sure they know, make sure they get a very, very good inspection, and be careful because everybody calls what they do an inspection, and it is generally not. There's very few companies that do proper inspections when you're changing fuel types, when you're doing stuff like that. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please put comments. Please like it, share it, follow our YouTube channel. There's a lot of answers to a lot of problems on there, and we appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Merry Christmas.